Hi students, welcome to Gated Free. The next topic is thermal conductivity. So what is meant by thermal conductivity? First we will see the definition of thermal conductivity. It is defined as the rate of heat transfer through unit thickness of the slab per unit meter square or unit area and per unit temperature difference. Now what are the units? The units of thermal conductivity are Q. Q is heat transfer, the rate of heat transfer, joule per second, that is in watts, and this is length, meter, divided by meter square into degree centigrade or watt meter square into Kelvin. Now here meter square, meter cancel, therefore units of thermal conductivity is watt per meter degree centigrade or watt per meter Kelvin. Now what is the dimension formula of thermal conductivity? Dimensional formula of K, that is thermal conductivity. Now we know that watt is known as joule per second divided by meter and Kelvin. Now represent the temperature with theta. Okay. Now joule is equal to Newton meter divided by per second meter Kelvin. We know that Newton is unit of force. Now what is meant by force? Mass into acceleration. Now what are the units? Mass kg into acceleration meter per second square. Now what are the remaining? Meter second meter into Kelvin. Now here meter cancel. Now what are the remaining? Kg meter per second cube into Kelvin. Now write down the dimensional formula, that is kg mass, meter L, second time T power minus 3, Kelvin is temperature represented in theta power minus 1. Now this is the dimension formula of thermal conductivity. Now what is the physical meaning of thermal conductivity? The thermal conductivity, it is the ability of a material to conduct the heat. For example, let us say this is silver material. For silver, the thermal conductivity is 437 watt per meter Kelvin. Take another example, aluminium. For aluminium, the thermal conductivity is around 237 watt per meter Kelvin. Now what is the value shows? This value represent how fast the heat transfer takes place in that material. Now by comparing aluminium and silver, as the thermal conductivity value of silver is greater than aluminium, the silver conduct the heat in faster manner. Hope you understood. Now what is the physical meaning? The physical meaning of thermal conductivity, or you can say physical significance, it is the ability of a material to conduct the heat Okay, that is, it shows how fast the heat transfer takes place in that particular material. Right. Now, what is meant by specific heat? Now, what is the difference between specific heat and thermal conductivity? Let us see. Specific heat represented with C. For gases, as the gases is compressible, so we have to take specific heat at constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume. And this specific heat I clearly explained in thermodynamics concept. Now, what is the actual meaning of specific heat? The specific heat represents ability of a medium to store the energy. Here energy is nothing but heat transfer. Okay, specific heat is ability of a material to store the energy, where thermal conductivity, it is ability of a medium to conduct the heat. That is, it shows how fast the heat transfer takes place. Now, this is the difference between thermal conductivity and specific heat. This may be an interview question. Right. Now, let us discuss effect of temperature on thermal conductivity. Effect of temperature on thermal conductivity. We know that in conduction, the heat is transferred with the help of, especially in solids, with the help of lattice vibration and with free flow of electrons. Now, first case, solids. In solids, we have metals and non-metals. Now, can I say conductivity in solids? Conductivity in solids is equal to heat conduction is occurred due to lattice vibration plus conductivity due to free flow of electrons. Okay, here LV represents lattice vibration and FFE is free flow of electrons. Now, in first case, now subtopic, let us take non-metals or insulators. We know that the free flow of electrons, are absent in non-metals. Therefore, the conduction in non-metals is only due to lattice vibration. So, K of non-metal, thermal conductivity of non-metal is only due to, or it is carried due to lattice vibration in non-metal. Now, what is the effect of temperature on thermal conductivity? Let us increase the temperature. When the temperature increases, the vibration between the molecules in lattice increases. Can I say the lattice vibration in molecules increases? When vibration increases, automatically, see this, Let us say these are particles or molecules. More vibration, more conduction of heat. More conduction of heat. So automatically, when vibration increases, thermal conductivity of lattice vibration increases. Therefore, by increasing temperature, thermal conductivity of non-metal increases. Now, next, metals. Now, when it comes to metals, what is the effect of temperature on thermal conductivity? Very, very interesting. Listen carefully. Now we know that heat conduction in solids occurs due to lattice vibration plus free flow of electrons. Now in metals, we know that there are free flow of electrons. Yes. By increasing temperature, what happened? We know that lattice vibration increases. When lattice vibration increases, conductivity due to lattice vibration increases. Yes, this is good sign. But we know that conductivity in metals, conductivity due to free flow of electrons is greater than conductivity due to lattice vibration. Yes, for example, let us say this is 80% and heat conductivity due to lattice vibration is 20%. So which is very, very high. The conductivity due to free flow of electrons is very, very high when compared to the conductivity due to lattice vibration. Yes, right. Now let's see what happened. By increasing temperature, lattice vibration increases, and these lattice vibration obstructs the free flow of electrons. When temperature increases, the lattice vibration between the molecules increases, and these vibrations obstruct the free flow of electrons. Then what happened? The thermal conductivity due to free flow of electrons decreases because of obstruction due to vibration. Then what happened? We know that the thermal conductivity due to free flow of electrons is very high than the thermal conductivity due to lattice vibration. Then what happened? This higher value is reducing, though the lattice conductivity due to lattice vibration increasing, but the higher value of free conductivity due to free flow of electrons is decreasing. When higher value decreases, what happens? Definitely the total value of thermal conductivity in metals decreases by increasing temperature. Hope you understood. Now next topic, in liquids. Now let us see the effect of temperature on thermal conductivity in liquids. We know that conductivity or heat conduction occurs due to collision of molecules in liquids. Okay, in liquids, the heat conduction depends on collision of molecules. Yes. Now, what is meant by collision of molecules? The randomness of molecules. When there is a randomness, it is very difficult to calculate the K value. So what we have to do? By using some relations, we have to predict the value of K. Now, what is the relation? The relation is Bridgman's equation or Bridgman's relation. He given that thermal conductivity in liquids is equal to A C rho power 4 by 3 divided by m molecular weight. Now here A is constant and C is specific heat, rho is density and m is molecular weight. Now from this relation, can I say that thermal conductivity in liquids is directly proportional to density power 4 by 3? Yes. Now, by increasing temperature, now we have to see the effect of temperature on thermal conductivity in liquids. Now by increasing temperature, we know that density decreases. Yes or no? When density decreases, we know that thermal conductivity of liquids is directly proportional to density. Then, when density decreases, the thermal conductivity in liquids also decreases. By increasing temperature, density decreases. Therefore, thermal conductivity in liquids decreases. Now, next topic, third one, gases. Now, according to kinetic energy theory, this is very, very interesting topic. According to kinetic energy theory, when we supply heat to gases, what happens? The kinetic energy between the molecules will be increases. See, for example, now supply heat to this system. Now inside we have a gas or any air. When heat supplies to the gas molecules, slowly the temperature increases. When heat supplies to the gas molecules, temperature increases. According to kinetic energy theory, when temperature increases, the kinetic energy between the molecules increases. The kinetic energy means velocity, the velocity between molecules, it will be random. Then what happens? The collision between molecules increases. See here, when the temperature increases, the kinetic energy increases, the velocity between molecules increases. That is, the collision between the molecules increases. When the rate of collision increases, what happens? More collision, more heat transfer. Yes or no? We know that Q is directly proportional to thermal conductivity. Yes or no? So, by increasing temperature in gases, according to kinetic energy theory, the kinetic energy increases. That is, the collision between the molecules increases. More collision, more heat transfer. When there is more heat transfer, we know that heat transfer is directly proportional to thermal conductivity. Yes, therefore, thermal conductivity increases by increasing temperature. Okay, when increasing temperature, the thermal conductivity of gases increases. Hope you understood. Now, Weidmann's relation. Weidmann's France law. He given a relation that is K divided by sigma T equal to C. Okay, this is a relation between thermal conductivity and electrical conductivity. Here sigma is electrical conductivity. Here K is thermal conductivity and C is Lorentz number. This is important for theoretical questions. Okay, the relation between thermal conductivity and electrical conductivity is K divided by sigma T is equal to C, where C is Lorentz number. Okay. Now, the next topic, thermal diffusivity. Next heading, thermal diffusivity. Denoted with alpha. It is defined as the ratio of heat conduction through the material. It is defined as the ratio of heat conduction through the material to the heat stored in that material. So we can write the formula as K thermal conductivity divided by rho Cp. So what is the definition? It is a ratio of heat conduction through the material to the heat stored per unit volume. Okay. Now, what is the use of thermal diffusivity? What is the physical meaning? If the thermal diffusivity is high, very high, it shows that in that particular material, thermal conductivity or heat conduction is high. The rate of heat transfer will be high. If alpha is very low, then it shows that in that particular material, heat storage capacity is high. Okay. Now, this is the physical significance of alpha, thermal diffusivity. Now, some examples of thermal conductivity at room temperature. Okay, thermal conductivity values. In known material, the thermal conductivity value highest for diamond, that is 2300 watt per meter Kelvin. In metals, the thermal conductivity value is highest for silver, that is 437 watt per meter Kelvin. Okay, you have to remember the units, very important while solving the problems. Next, aluminium, it is around 237 watt per meter Kelvin. Gold, 317 watt per meter Kelvin. And thermal conductivity of air, it is very low, 0.026 or 25 watt per meter Kelvin. and thermal conductivity of glass wool, it is 0.04 watt per meter Kelvin, and thermal conductivity of brick material is around 0.71 watt per meter Kelvin. These values are calculated at room temperature. Okay, these values are calculated at room temperature. Please remember, the thermal conductivity varies with respect to temperature, but in some cases, in conduction topic, in some cases we assume constant thermal conductivity. Okay, right.